Conscious Earth. I'm Sabine. Today I want to talk about the rising divine feminine. Now, what is the rising divine feminine? This is the other part of everyone has, the female part. Whether you're male or female doesn't matter, whether you're an animal or not, it doesn't matter. It's a blueprint. It's biology and an archetype. So the divine feminine isn't a trendy buzzword. It is just a fact. All of you possibly have heard of yin and yang, which the yin is female or feminine and the yang is the male. Now, for thousands of years we had the more masculine energy, and which then led to the situation we're in today, which because it was prominent, the the feminine part was suppressed. So now the feminine is on the rise again, and it's about high time, because what we really need is the balance of both, and we need to honor both of us in each of us as well. So it's nothing to do with male vis-a female at all. It's just to recognize that you need both. You need a nurturing side, the female side, but you also need a masculine side to keep your drive going and this kind of stuff, where the female side or the feminine side is the more nurturing side, like Gaia. So everyone has masculine and feminine, even the animals. And that is just a simple fact. There's no woo-woo around it or any hocus pocus or anything. This is fact. It's a universal law. It's yin and yang, the female and the male part. It's basic natural law as well, anyway. So if you look at the animals and nature, they don't need to be in the high energy of the yang, the male, or the female, the masculine mode all the time. They don't have to do that to look strong to the outside. They happily drop into the yin mode to rest and observe without guilt. If you're looking at especially the animal kingdom, there's lots of examples of that, to be fair. Birds of prey, for example, they can watch for quite a while their prey. They're watching it before they go into the masculine. So they're going from the feminine into the masculine to hunt. That's one example. And in Western science, they call that parasympathetic nervous system. We need it to survive. That's more the masculine then. Society is burned out because we throw out the yin, the feminine part. That's been thrown out thousands of years ago. However, it's coming back. And again, I get interrupted by my missus here. So yes, we have these kind of male dominant or masculine dominant society these days, and it doesn't allow any kind of what they would call the weaker side, showing emotions. All of that is classified as feminine, or the feminine part of each of us. That's thankfully changing. So now if you look at the history or the spiritual side of it, the archetypes and the ascended masters, there are quite a few examples of that in the female, or classified as female. You have Kuan Yin from the East, which is one of the lesser known ones. Then you have in Egypt, for example, is Isis and Hathor. These are two very classic ascended masters which are still referred to today. And then of course in the religion, in the Christianity, you got Mother Mary and Mary Magdalene, which both are ascended female masters, and they are very prominent in the churches, obviously. Mother Mary more so than Mary Magdalene, because she was, how shall we say, Christianity couldn't deal with too many of these high-profile female personalities, shall we say. So she was classified as the whore, this kind of stuff, when in reality she actually was the 13th disciple of Jesus at the time, or Yeshua as his name was. She was his equal, his partner, if not even his wife, as I believe she was. I've read plenty of books about her. There is one by Mary Silva, if I'm not incorrect. She wrote the book Mary Magdalene Revealed. Fantastic one. I think it's Mary Silva. I could be wrong. Sometimes I get that the other way around. And another fantastic book is also called The Sophia Code, which is all about the rising feminine or the divine feminine, and it includes mainly female ascended masters like the ones I just mentioned. And I can only recommend that you read that book. It's by Kaya Ra, and it's just an amazing book. It's all channeled teachings about the feminine and the divine female masters, and it's just brilliant how it's been written, how it's been channeled, and it just shows how much we need the balance of both the feminine and the masculine in each of us to carry on in this new future. And it's not about being passive or weak. It's about integrating both of it in us to going forward. Is really important. And they embody fierce compassion, inner authority and alchemy. History signlight these archetypes, like I said earlier, in religion. They show us what integrated feminine strength looks like, or can look like. I mean, how can it be fair on one side saying the female is the weaker sex? Makes me think of one thing. I had 4 children. I can only imagine how a male actually would deal with giving birth to a child. I don't think they could cope. We would die out by now, wouldn't we? Sorry, I'm being a little bit sarcastic here, but that is just a example these day and age. The human population would have died out if it would be down to the masculine part to produce the children and actually give birth and raise them. Don't think that will work, not on its own. So it really shows we do need both of it. Like any child growing up and having a happy childhood needs both influences. You just can't separate them because they need to be incorporated in it. That is really vital. So again, the goal isn't about replacing one or the other. It is integrating it. Bringing the heart and the intuition back, so we are more balanced. And it's happening now, thankfully, globally as well, that it's being more and more acknowledged that we do need the counterpart for each other to just have that more balanced way of life, to be happier, to having not so many problems. The masculine just didn't work on its own. It just can't survive in the long run. So now this will be a 3-part series again. In part 2, I'll be looking at how this plays out in our personal lives and how we can stop the burnout cycles in general speaking. So I hope that's interesting to you. Let me know in the comments if you like this content or if there is any other subject you would like to approach, and I would be happy to listen to that. Thank you very much. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.